So in this video, I'm detailing my journey and figuring out what was wrong with my four-wheeler and fixing it. I've had this four-wheeler for like 20 years and it had been sitting in the barn, not doing anything while I was away at college and living my life in the city before I moved back down here to the country. Um, but yeah, I needed a way to get around the farm whenever I moved out here, and this four-wheeler was what I had at hand and I needed to get it running. So I just put my mind to it and got to work. This first little bit, I needed to take the foot guard off of the back of the bike, and it had these little plastic fasteners on there that would not come off. They were very annoying, which led to me using some choice words in this first little clip, so that's why I'm doing a voiceover now. I ended up just replacing those fasteners with some nuts and bolts later. Ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. So as an update, the intake boot is very janky, held in, well, the carburetor is held in place by really janky baling wire that is wrapped around multiple parts of the frame. It's pretty well held in place, but the issue is I got it started, it was running, and I realized that the idle was really fast. Well, whenever it idles too fast, there's a little screw that you unscrew on the bottom of the carburetor, and if you can't see it, it's right here. And just kidding, it's not. It's right here because I unscrewed it so much that it fell out, and it's still too fast. So I'm recording again, just going to talk about what I'm seeing in these pictures. In this first one, this is the intake boot from the carburetor into the actual engine block. This was where a lot of my issues were. As you can see, like, there's that metal piece that has the two big nuts on the side, and that plastic had dry rotted out, and it was actually being held in place by that. It's almost like two-sided sticky aluminum foil. It had just dry rotted and it was cracking, and that's where a lot of the air was coming in. So I had to replace that, and in the next picture I have just like some pictures of the carburetor, so I can remember like where the fuel lines go, things like that, how things plug back into the carburetor. And in this last one, that is the other side of the carburetor. That's my stepdad holding the carburetor. So cameo by him. Good on him. He showed me a lot of what I was doing whenever I was really truly stuck. So thanks. So I'm gonna start this just to like see if it starts again, to see if it was that carb cleaner, that like leftover carb cleaner, and that air intake that was making it start. But I also had a couple people that was wondering what a fast idle sounds like, or what a fast idle is. That just means that the engine is turning a lot faster whenever it's just sitting there. So let's see if it starts. If I can find a way to press this. Okay, it's not wanting to start. That's a bummer, but I'll go ahead and do this so you guys see what a fast idle is, or what I'm talking about. I'm gonna need two hands to do this, so it'll be another video. That's what I mean by fast idle. It sounds like it's zooming off, but it's just sitting here. Okay, I got another update. So I got the part on. It was actually really interesting because, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so on the bottom, right there, I don't know if you can see it, how it kind of flays out like the plastic does. Do you see that? It engulfs a little metal piece like this, and that little metal piece
I had to take the O-ring. This is the old one. I had to take the O-ring out of this one because that one didn't come with an O-ring. So I did that hoping that would... It was still idling fast. I did that hoping that it would slow the idle down, less air intake. Still wasn't working. So I tightened up that screw I talked about that goes in right here. This is the throttle, so if I press the throttle, see, it's just like... I feel like this is really tight. I really think that this is just a carburetor issue. I think this just isn't a good carburetor for this. But yeah, I took that screw out. It should be right there. I don't know where I put it right now. It's probably up here somewhere, but I'm doing that right now. I'm gonna figure out why this is idling so fast. It's starting on its own though. It's starting on its own. It's just idling really fast. I also found out there's a little needle inside of this that runs down the middle, and I pulled that needle out, and you can adjust the needle to make it slow or not, but that didn't do a lot either. So something's up with this. I'm curious about this hole right here, because that's just air straight in there. I kind of wonder if there's supposed to be like a fastener in that or something. There's also more air intake right there. I think that's just a drip though. So, but I'm curious about this one. I think something's fishy about that hole. So I don't know if you guys saw, but the end of this wire, that one right there, it was poking out on this side. Well, that's supposed to set in that little bronze thing. So I got it set, and look at how much, because that's a throttle. Look at, that's like closed almost. That might have been it. And I also realized that this doesn't lead to anywhere that has gas or anything, any fuel, so that hole should be fine. But I think that might be it. We'll find out. I gotta put that screw back. I'm just gonna let it stay really loose for right now. Okay. Alright, y'all. It's time for the moment of truth. I gotta get this on here real quick. Slide it on. Here's a little crooked. Just throw that on there. Okay. And I've kept forgetting to turn this whenever I test this out. It's the little fuel line. Okay. Okay. Let's see.
So after I put it all back together, I gave it a wash and was able to ride it for a while. Unfortunately, a few months later, the frame snapped where it holds the A-frame to the actual frame itself. I'm editing and posting this video about a year after actually fixing this four-wheeler. Where it snapped, it could be welded back on, which is a whole new skill set entirely. You know, at the time, I never even changed the oil in my car, so I had no earthly idea what I was doing, which is the point of this whole channel. I'm learning as I go, and I want to document the things that I learn. I have since learned how to change the oil on my car. I also grew a small pumpkin patch after learning how to drive a tractor. I will be editing the pumpkin patch video next and posting it whenever I have the time. Right now I'm currently driving my old Pawpaw side-by-side to get around the farm, which I'm thankful for because now I can have another person with me while I am just scooting around.